Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new or you have been on my channel before, welcome back, you guys. I know it has been a little bit while, I think it's been a minute that I posted my video, and I know I told you guys I was going to do the question and answer video. So in this video, we are definitely doing the question and answer video. Okay. So this is 3 weeks after baby is born, Araya. So right now, if you see me looking to my left, it's because she's asleep. She's been like kind of cranky. Today we had a long walk this morning, and she's just been in and out of sleep, just not feeling good. Her stomach kind of hurts a little bit. So she may be in our video. Hopefully she does. Bring her beautiful self in our video. So yeah, so I definitely have a lot of questions to go over. So I did have a lot of questions for that were while I was pregnant, and then some people did send me some questions after I'm pregnant. So we get to get into the good stuff. And you guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can. I'm gonna give y'all the tea if you need it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. You may hear jazz music in the background, is because it kind of soothes her a little bit. So I wanted to have something in the background for baby, but you know, some good music. All right, so I did not put these in order, so we're gonna go with the flow. Okay, babe, if you're watching, there's some questions about you. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, so first question I did get, and I'm not gonna tell you who sent them. I just keep them anonymous. But if you are the person that sent it, you know who you are. So okay, the first question was, how did you find out you were pregnant? Ooh. Mm. I found out I was pregnant. Um, I found out I was pregnant when me and Mikhail just moved in together not too long ago. Well, it's been a year. We had moved in together, and yeah. So we moved in together, and things have been like kind of crazy getting to know your partner in the household. And something like just kept telling me to take a test, take a test, take a test. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to waste no money on no stupid test, and it's gonna say negative, whatever. And one day, my best friend, Janae, she invited me to go see it. Now, I don't like clowns. I don't do clowns. I don't do the whole mask thing. Like, I don't do any of that. So, I don't know why I said I will go, but I really I seen the first one, and it was kind of scary. So, why not see the second one? So, we had went to go see it. No, 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 no. We went back. The day before I went to go see it, I had made a veggie dish, and I had a Truly. This is not sponsored by Truly or anything, but I had a Truly, and I chugged the whole thing. Hours later, I woke up like dizzy, like I was like hungover, and I threw up. So my stomach was hurting. So when I went to the movie theaters with Janae and everyone, I had peach rings, a cherry coke, and jalapenos. And she knew I was pregnant at that moment when I mixed my peach rings and jalapenos together with my cherry coke. And I just kept saying, my stomach, like my stomach just hurt. It's just upset right now. And I went about my business, and I was at home, and something was like, Dominique, just take the test. And this is like probably like 3 days, like for 3 days, my body kept just saying, take the test, take the test. Remind you guys, I didn't miss anything, my cycle or anything. I was kind of really early to find out I was pregnant. So when I found out I was pregnant, like, yeah, it was different. But that's how I knew I was pregnant. It's because my intuition kind of told me that I was pregnant. And then if you think about it, peach rings, jalapenos, and cherry coke, like, yeah, I had like the like big, like bigger, like the big AMC Theater cherry Coke, down the whole thing and got refills, and I still had a stomach ache. So that's how I knew I was pregnant. The next question was, how long were you and your boyfriend together before we had a baby? So me and Mikkel have been together going on 3 years. So it's been 2 years going on 3 years that we been together, and we've been living together for a year and a month or so before we had a baby. So yeah, not that long, but it seems like I've been dating him for years. But I had known Mikkel in and out. I had known Mikkel when I was working at Duckworth's Uptown, and he was my biggest crush. Like, all my close friends will tell you, I would talk about this guy that came in looking so good, and I used to call him Teddy, and I'm like, oh, that's my baby. He's gonna be my boyfriend one day. It's gonna be my boyfriend. And like B. Simone said, manifested. So baby girl, I manifested it. So I definitely did. So I known him from work, and then a year went by, and somehow we connected again on Facebook, and boom, that's my baby. That's my boyfriend. So we haven't been together that long, but we've been together going on 3 years. Okay, when you found out you were pregnant, how was his and your reaction? Okay, so that day that I found out I was pregnant, remind you, we was just moving in, like getting to know each other. So we already had like a little bit of tension. So it was just like frustrating. But when I found out, like my body went numb. Like it was just like, what? Like imagine sitting on the toilet and you're like, okay, this is gonna come out negative. This is gonna come back negative. And you look down and that thing says positive. Yo, I hit the floor. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I hit the floor. I hit the floor in the bathroom, crawled my way from the bathroom to the hallway to my bedroom. And I was in tears. Like, I was so happy, but scared at the same time because of, you know, all the stuff that was going on at home. And then plus, you know, I just like got my life together. So it was just like a shocker. And the person I called was my best friend, because I'm like, guess what? And she thinking I'm on the phone laughing. Like what you laughing at? No, I'm not laughing. I'm crying. I'm telling you I'm pregnant. She knew, but yeah, it was really, my reaction was like, what? Like shocked, because of course we had plenty of pregnancy scares. So, you know, after you get a couple of negatives, it's like, ugh, whatever, it's negative. But no, baby, it was definitely positive, and I definitely hit that floor kind of hard. And honestly, it was just a blessing. His reaction, he was drunk. So I met with him to tell him he was at work, a lunch break, and he was kind of like drinking, like day drinking, and I was like, hey, I gotta tell you something. And I like, you guys, I had like this whole thing planned off Pinterest, like, oh, I'm gonna have like a pizza box, and he opened it and says, you give me butterflies, and now we have butterflies, or something like that. No, I just wanted to know what we was gonna do, like, you know, this is happening. So literally took the stick, and I know it's nasty, but I took the stick, put it in a little bag, and as I'm driving to where he's at, meeting him, I'm like crying, talking to myself like, girl, what are you gonna do? And I met him, and he gets in the car, and he's like, hey, babe, all this stuff. And I was like, hey, yeah. He was like, what's this? Now, I don't know why guys do this, but it clearly said pregnant, and it clearly had 2 lines on there. What this mean? What you mean? What it mean? It means we having a baby. And his reaction was like, wow, like shocked, like, but he was so happy because he always wanted a family. He was ready for a family. But he kind of knew it because of I guess things has changed, like my attitude and stuff like that. Well, I don't know, stuff changed with me, and he kind of like pinpointed together. But his reaction in the car, you guys, was like, "Wow, babe, I don't wanna argue, like, babe, like, this is what you lying, like so happy but shocked, and he thought I was pranking him. I'm like, no, this is serious. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so what we gonna do? We just moved into this nice place. What are we gonna do? And it was just like a lot going on in the car. But he was just overall happy. And then when he got out the car, he was just like just cheesing and smiling, and they all wound up taking shots of celebrating that I was pregnant. So our reaction was pretty cool. It's so crazy because months before I was buying a car, and I kept saying I want a family car. What if I have a baby? Whatever, whatever. And everything that I was doing, I had like a baby planned around it. So I think the universe somehow, some way was trying to tell me like, Dominique, you're about to have a baby soon. And I mean, it wasn't a shocker. It wasn't like a surprise thing, but I mean, of course we were still shocked. So that was pretty cool. Someone wrote, how did you pick your baby's name? Okay, so her name is Araya J. I wanted something so different. Both of us did, and we had baby names in the beginning of our relationship. Like, I had my own list, and he had like some that he liked, and Olivia. She's sleeping. Hold on one second. Okay. But yeah, so I had my list, and I had like cool names, you guys. Like, I had these since high school and whatever. But we had all these names, and we were going through them, right? And none of them like clicked. None of them like, I don't know, none of them flew together, and it wasn't like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like her name. And one day I was watching something, it's probably YouTube. I was watching YouTube, and I think, no, Tia Tamara, one of the twins, her daughter, she said her daughter's name, and I was like, oh my God, that's her name. That's my baby's name. Like, that's her name. And then after that, I kind of slept on it too. And I kind of I look up everything. I'm a researcher. So I had looked up what it meant. And it means God's lion. And then I always wanted like a short name for a middle name, and kind of like a diversity name, like a boy's name. And so I came up with J, so Araya J, and then AJ. She goes by AJ. And then it kind of flows with his name, Araya J Davis. So that's how I picked her name, and I told him, and he was just like, I love it. Like, I love it. And it's so crazy because we only had boy names. Like, we swore up and down, you guys, like we were having a boy. So all we had was boy names, and we had probably at least 2 girl names, and the third name I said Araya. I was like, that's her name, and I could see my daughter, like our daughter, being Araya. Like, it's different, it's unique. I never heard anybody call their child that in Charlotte. Haven't heard anyone call their child Araya, and now I heard somebody else call their little girl Araya, but whatever. But that's how we picked her name. I think I heard it from Tia and Tamara, and then I was just like, oh my God, I love it. And then everything worked out, like her name meaning, and then her middle name means so much that I know that I am what type of person I am, and my personality, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be her personality. I hope, positive energy, and it's like an influencer. And then she was born in May, and May is like all about positive. So her whole vibe and her whole name and birthday is all about positive energy, and that's what I wanted to kind of stick around with too. So yep. Um, let's see. How did you pick your baby's name? What foods did you hate, and what did you crave the most while being pregnant? The foods that I craved the most was burgers. I craved them, I guess, because I stopped eating red meat like that, and at that time I was cutting red meat completely off, and of course got pregnant, and that's all she wanted. So I craved burgers, and it had to be the burgers from Cookout. Yeah, like it was Cookout, and then what else? Five Guys, and I hate to say this, Big Mac. Like I haven't had McDonald's for years, ever since I lived with my aunt, and that was years ago. I haven't had McDonald's, and I was craving a Big Mac. Like I had one Big Mac, and ever since then, it's just like I need a Big Mac. I need a burger. I need a burger. And it was either that. I couldn't do no other burger. Ain't nothing tastes the same. Nothing tastes as good as the Cookout ones. But yeah, I craved those the most, and I craved strawberries. I didn't like strawberries at all. I didn't like the fruit of the strawberry. I liked the flavor, but I didn't like the fruit. I didn't like how it was kind of hairy, and I just didn't like it. And while I was pregnant, that's what I craved the most. And tangerines too, like oranges, so more fruit. Not a lot of veggies. If I had to pick a veggie, it was broccoli. We had broccoli with every meal. Like, yeah, I want broccoli and cheese, just broccoli and butter, broccoli, and I still eat broccoli. So, I would say those are the three things I crave: burgers, broccoli, and fruit. The food that I hated the most, Chinese food, and that is my favorite food, like one of my favorites. But I hated Chinese food. Like I would throw it up. It just didn't sit well with my stomach. She didn't really care for it. And I'm trying to think, what else didn't she like? What else we didn't like? Burger King. I tried Burger King, and um, oh yeah, I used to eat kava. And kava, I love you guys. Like I do. I used to eat kava, and when I was pregnant, I could not eat kava, and I still can't eat kava. So, I would say kava. Every time I think of it, it's just like, ugh. And it's good. It's like good food there. I just don't like it. I hate it now. So, those are the ones I would say for now. Um, what challenges did you face during the coronavirus? Okay. The challenges that I did face during the coronavirus was, hold on. Okay. So the changes that I did face during the coronavirus was, not having my baby shower. That was kind of challenging, and I would say that was it. Like, in not being able to go and do the things I wanted to do because I was pregnant, and I still can't do the things I want to do because I had to protect myself and had to protect her in the same way when I was pregnant too. I couldn't go to the stores like that because of the coronavirus, and being that you're pregnant, you're higher risk. So that's the only challenging thing I had to go through, and just not being able to go through, not being able to fall through my plans. So having my it's like it is like a little nappy piece, but I'm like, what is that sticking out? I don't know, in my hair. But I would say just not being able to have my baby shower, not being able to have my family here, not being able to do the decorating I wanted to do, just not being able to fall through my plans. But honestly, being that the coronavirus did happen, I was able to like relax too and relax my body. and allow my body to do what it needed to do and not be at work stressed out about it and everything. So I would say that's the only thing that I would say that the coronavirus took from me was just my baby showers and stuff like that. If you can change one thing during this, what would it be? I don't know what during this means, like during the coronavirus, or I don't know. Okay, well, I'll just answer both ways. If I can change one thing during all of this, during the coronavirus, so like I said, I would change, having my photo shoot, my shower, and everything earlier before all this broke out here. But everything happens for a reason, so I'm not really bummed out about it. If I can change one thing, I would change that during that time, and during my well, I'm not pregnant anymore, so during this, I don't know. Honestly, during my whole delivery and stuff, I would definitely change. I would change how I was induced. Like I had a beautiful delivery, labor and delivery. Like I had a great labor and delivery, but I would definitely change the way that I was induced, and I definitely would have changed how I would have asked. Like I would have asked more questions. Like I should have asked the doctor. I should have went with my gut and asked the doctor about another way to be induced, but I just like, oh, she's a doctor. She knows. No, you always do ask questions. So, yeah, I would definitely wanted to change that. Because it was just like, y'all, like, ooh, it was just crazy. So I had to get induced for my pregnancy, and I do have my birth video coming. But I had to be induced because of my blood pressure. Now, during my whole thing, you guys, like during my whole pregnancy, I had a healthy pregnancy, no problems, no issues. We were right on time. I think she would have came on her birthday. But at the end of my trimester, my blood pressure just like went skyrocket to the point that they were scared for me and her. So I had to be induced. So that kind of like I don't know, messed up my birth plan. Oh, also I would have changed like not getting the epidural, which yeah, we'll talk about that. But it kind of messed up my birth plan and just speeding up the process. So I was induced on the 17th, and she wound up coming out on the 19th anyway, close to her birthday. So I don't know why it was weird, but I would have changed that. Like that was the most painful part of the labor. Like everything else was like cool. Like the cramps and everything was like you can control, like not control them, but you can handle them. Like it wasn't that bad. Like my highest pain level, like without that stuff I had, was at a 6, and then because of the highest dosage that they had to give me, like the 19th, like on that day, I was at a 15. And I had to get I didn't have to get the epidural, but I did get the epidural because I was stuck at a centimeter for whole day. So, it was just not progressing, and I needed to get the rest so I can actually push her out. And then when I did get the epidural, yeah, it wore off anyway. So I had to get something else to help me. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the labor and delivery video. But anything I would change, yeah, those are the things I would definitely change during this time that I wish I would have knew. Like I don't know, I would have changed that. Let's see. What change? If you could change one thing, I already did that one. Okay. Did you always want a girl? No. No. I did not always want a girl. The only the reason being is because I was a bad child. Like I was no. I wasn't bad. I just had like an attitude problem. I was selfish. Not selfish. Okay. I was a bad child. Like, no, it wasn't bad. I was like misunderstood. You know, I had like an attitude problem. I was stubborn. I did not care. Like, I went through some stuff. So I didn't want a daughter because I heard that once you have a girl, she's gonna like be twice as much as you. Like, I didn't want to deal with that, so I wanted a boy so bad, and I felt like having a boy would have been way easier than having a girl. So I was like team boy on my gender reveal, like team boy, boy, boy. Please God give me a boy, and I wanted to have boy, girl, boy. I wanted 3 kids, boy, girl, boy, just how I was, and have my daughter in the middle. But honestly, I could say having a girl, I'm glad I had a girl. Like, I'm glad I didn't have a boy first. I mean, I always want a boy first because a protector. But I'm glad I had a girl because she's like my mini me. She may look like her daddy. She may look like her daddy, but she is like mommy's baby. She's my child. So, yeah, I'm so blessed that I have a daughter. And I get to get all the girly stuff and all the glitz and glams and all that stuff. So I'm kind of happy that I had a girl. And having a boy, he was just been, I wanted to chill with my dad and, play football and all that stuff. And being that, what's going on in the world today, I don't think I would have been strong enough to have a boy, even though, his dad would definitely be, here. We have a strong family, a strong household. I don't think I would be strong enough to have a boy as he would have got older. And same thing as a girl, worried about her too, but the way the world is set up for our black men and, what's going on right now, I don't think I would have been strong enough, like, to, go through that and just to see what my friends and my boyfriend and everybody else go through, going on in this world. I don't want that for my son, and I don't want that for my daughter either. So I think having a girl is good for me, and I can also teach her all the things that I went through and how we can overcome it too. Not saying that men and women are like they don't go through the same thing. We do go through the same thing because of our skin color and everything, but guys, they kind of got it worse. So yeah, I was definitely team boy, but honestly, I'm definitely team girl right now. He's my baby. Yeah, so I definitely wanted a boy, but I'm glad that God blessed me with a girl, and I can't wait to see when she hits 18 and start acting like me and stuff like that. Just a little worried about that part. So yeah. Let's see. What's the next question? What was the toughest trimester? Child. I ain't gonna lie. The first trimester was my toughest trimester. Only because you're just going through all these changes. Your body's getting used to the baby. You're starting to figure out what you can and can't eat, what you do and don't like. I was sick my first trimester. Like, I didn't realize how sick I was until I, like, looking back, after having a baby, looking back, my first trimester was like a really, really rough time. And then my beginning second trimester was okay. Was like you gone through your first stage and your second, and then my middle of my second and third trimester, let me tell you, it was the best trimester ever. Like, I had the best trimester. Like, I had a good pregnancy. I had the best pregnancy. Not really that bad. I didn't have any issues. Not a lot of swelling or anything. Only thing that changed like drastically was my belly. Like, I went from still having like a little pudge to a full live baby. So I would say the toughest was my first in the beginning of my second trimester, and after that, I was pretty cool. So Yeah, if you're, I mean, a lot of people, everyone's different. I know some of my friends are still in their second, going on third, and still having a rough time. But I thank God so much for blessing me with this a good pregnancy, and and a healthy baby too. Okay, so after the baby, what is your dream trip? Hmm. So crazy because I was walking with my friend Taylor, her daughter, this morning, and we was talking about trips, and I don't know. I kept saying like, oh, I just want to be by the water, by the beach. Like, I just want to hear like the wind, just like, just flowing. And then, like, y'all just close your eyes and just picture the wind. Yes, 83 degrees with this jazz music in the background. Oh, what a margarita. But no, but no, I'm just kidding. But what I could see, like, what a good drink. Yes. But my dream trip, I would say Dubai. I still want to go to Dubai. I do. I want to go, like, being pregnant, but Dubai, and it's somewhere else I want to go, but I just don't know yet. Like, I want to go on an island somewhere, just clear water, just stick my feet in, my legs, my body, and just relax and enjoy the view. Like, I just want to see nothing but water, like sand and water. So I would say that, but my dream trip to go to is gonna be Dubai. On Instagram, I still like post like little pictures. I would love to go there. I just don't know where the places are. But right now, at this moment, after the baby, I do want to be in the sun and on the sand with my towel, feet crisscross, and just lay there and just get the breeze, the water, the salt water, and just, I don't know, just relax. So I would say that. That's a good question. Um, is it tough being a new mom? Let me take my drink real quick. Whew. No, no, it's not tough being a new mom. It's not tough being a new mom, but it is something different. Being a new mom, it's just a whole different ball game. Like, you see something, you see what other people got going on, and you're like, oh, I could do that. And yeah, you definitely can. But it's different because it's your baby and it's your child. So, no, it's not tough being a new mom, but it is definitely an experience to be a mommy. Um, I think that I'm doing a pretty good job being a mommy, hopefully. She has no complaints. She doesn't say, she can't say anything, but yeah, I don't think it's tough at all. I think once you have your baby, I feel like your mother instinct come in, and the mother in you is just like, that's my baby. Like, I got this, and you definitely can. So if you are wanting a baby and you think it's hard and tough, I mean, you're gonna go through some things, and it's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be hard, but it's not the fact that you can't do it, girl. You could do it, and you're gonna do it, and you'll be okay doing it. So, nope, no, I would say it's not tough being a new mom. What kind of delivery did you do, and was it painful? Okay, we only have two more questions, I think. The delivery I did a natural birth, but it was medicated. Um, it was not painful because of the medication that I did get. I did get the epidural at 8 centimeters. I lasted to 8 centimeters. I did get the epidural, and then the next day, I slept through it, and the next day, it wore off a little bit, so I felt like pressure and like cramps and stuff. And then he had to come back and give me something else, and I felt pressure, but it wasn't painful at all. I was able to just push her out. I did feel her head come out, and I thought her head was her whole body, and I was like, I'm done, throwing the towel, gonna go home, go to sleep. But no, I just felt the pressure, and it wasn't painful at all. During my whole labor, like I said before, it wasn't painful. But it depends on your tolerance, your tolerance of pain. I don't have a high tolerance of pain, and I was very surprised that I lasted up to 8 centimeters, and I honestly could have done without it. Hold on 1 second, my brother's calling me. Okay. I don't have a high tolerance of pain, and I definitely could have done without it. The nurse that I had before, I don't know what her name was, but she was not supportive. Like, she was like definitely like peer pressuring me to do the epidural, and I honestly fell for it. Even though Mikkel was on my side and was like, "Babe, you really don't need to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it." And I did it, and honestly, I regret doing it. Not because it was like painful or anything. I have any issues. It's just, I wish I would have just stuck with my plan and just did it. But I was just like, oh, listening to my nurse, like, oh, it's going to be painful. Oh, girl, all this negativity. I was just like, you know what? Let me just do it. Let me get my rest. But yeah, I wish I just would never had done it. But yeah, during the beginning, I was fine. When they took them balloons out of me, I was cool. Like, in my video, labor delivery video, you'll see, like, we were dancing, we were eating, I was sitting on the ball, like, laughing, just chilling, having a good time. When she broke my water, I was still fine. Like, I was cool, but, yeah, that was the only thing. And the only painful part was the inducement, like, the balloon stuff. So, yeah, I would say the only painful thing that I had was the balloons that they had to put in me to help the process. But other than that, no, it wasn't painful to me. It wasn't painful to me. My last question. Oh, we did a lot of questions, you guys. So it says, being a mom, what is one thing you wish someone had told you? Oh. I don't know. I wish, sorry, if it seems like I'm chewing, it's because I have a oatmeal berry smoothie in here, but I don't think I blended this all the way. But this is gonna help me give her the milk that she needs. I wish somebody would have told me that I wish somebody would have told me breastfeeding was something else. Like, it, like, you okay? Okay, sorry you guys. So, Araya was kind of choking, so I wanted to. Bless you, baby. Ooh. Okay, so Araya was just kind of like choking a little bit. I don't know what she was choking her spit or something. So I wanted to. Sorry, I wanted to make sure my baby was okay. But the thing I would have said, I wish somebody would have told me was breastfeeding. In my family, no one really breastfed. My mom did. She breastfed me, but she don't kind of remember. You okay? She don't remember. She don't remember a lot of stuff. So I didn't have anybody to help me with that, and the nurses was not like using the bathroom. The nurses was not like the best. Like, but no. Let me take that back. The lactation nurse, they were okay. They didn't help. Hold on 1 second, guys. Come on, baby. Oh, my mommy, baby. What's the matter? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. What's wrong? Okay. So, the lactation nurse. Sorry, you guys. She's just okay. So I forgot. I came back. Sorry, forgot what I was saying. The lactation nurses that I had, I think I had like at least 2 or 3 of them. Only one of them knew what she was talking about and helping me. So when I was like breastfeeding her, first of all, that initial pain, ain't no one tell me about that. That pain when they latch on, it kind of hurts a little bit. So I didn't know about that. I wish somebody would tell me that, but I didn't know that my milk doesn't come in right away, and I thought like she'll at least be full with whatever she's getting out. So she was drinking colostrum. So it's this thing that you give your baby in the beginning, and your milk doesn't come in until like 3-4 days after. And when we went home, I was still producing that. I wasn't giving her milk, so she was hungry. And excuse me, if I would have known that, I would have definitely got some formula and gave it to her so she can at least eat, because she was so hungry and she lost at least like 12% of her weight. So she was 7 pounds. So when we went to go to the doctor, she wound up being 6 pounds and 8 ounces or something like that. So she had dropped a lot of weight, and we was wondering why she was not sleeping, and like she was like fussy and stuff like that. It's because she wasn't getting enough food. So I didn't know that. So I wish somebody would have told me, just she's gonna be hungry. Just get something in the beginning, just to give her, to feed her over. So when we got to the doctor, she did give her a little bit of formula. So she does breast and formula until all my milk came in and stuff. I wish that we would have known that, because I would have definitely got her that and not have my baby, really starve and be hungry. So I wanted to, I wish I would have known that. She tearing that pacifier up. And also, I think the whole breastfeeding method was the whole thing. I just didn't have knowledge of, and I researched everything, and I just didn't think it would be that hard. I didn't think it would be that hard to do. So, yeah, like eating. I didn't know you had to eat, like eat healthy and stuff. Like I didn't eat after I was pregnant. I wasn't hungry at all. I wasn't like really quoting food and stuff, and all I had was water. Like I was drinking nothing but water, and then I got some like milk supply supplements and stuff. So just drinking that with water. And I was wondering why she kept having blowouts, and it was just like just not filling for her, and it just didn't look like it was just enough. And God sent this beautiful angel to me to help me. My grandmother's you okay? Okay. My grandmother's close friend, and she has been nursing for a long time. Like she could be a lactation nurse. So she told me like you gotta eat, what to eat, what juices to eat. I mean, what juices to drink and stuff like that. And honestly, it has helped so much that my milk is like way better. It's producing so much more. I just wish I wish I had her in the beginning to tell me like, hey, this is what you could do in the beginning, just to be get ahead of the game. I just wish I had that, but that's about it. And I did hear a lot of, you will lose a lot of sleep. Yeah, you do. But it's not that bad. Like when she sleep, I sleep. So right now it was our nap time, but she needed to get some sleep because she has been really fussy. But usually when she sleep, I'm knocked out with her, and that's it. Oh, and I wish I just that's it. I think that's the only thing I would have wanted to know, like just about that, because I wanted her to be full, I want her to be happy, and she just wasn't when she got home because she wasn't getting all the food that she needs and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely say but. It might something else might come to me, but I'm just not sure. But that is all of our questions, you guys. How many was that? 12 questions. That was really great. And I also got a lot of questions on Instagram based on my life, like about my career, fashion, and stuff like that. And I would definitely do another video if you guys want to know. I'll just get some people to send me more questions about that. But at this moment, I am going to go ahead and pump some milk. And if you guys want to know my method on how I pump and our schedule and anything, we'll definitely do a video on it. Just make sure you comment below, or DM me on Instagram and just let me know what you want to know. I don't know it all. I just know my experience with her, and it's been a pretty good experience, and we've been having fun, being that this is my third week with her. The first week I would say it was challenging because it was just me and her, but now we're just cooling and chilling. So we would definitely have more videos coming. I do have my birth video coming for you guys. If you don't want to see nothing, don't watch. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't get to record all of that, but we did have our experience, and we would love to share it with you guys. And then we also have the postpartum video too. Can't wait to share that with you guys and share with you new mommies out there. And then any other videos that you want to see, I will show you Araya right now, but she is knocked out cold. Like, you can see her little noses. Her little noses. Hey, mommy. She is just knocked out, and I want to keep her that way so I can do what I got to do and get some sleep with her in a couple minutes. But thank you guys for watching. I know I kept like flipping my hair like that. Sorry guys, I'm ready to take these out. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching. If you are new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are not new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you want to see any other videos. If you have any other questions, please feel free to write me on my social media accounts and let me know what I can help you with. Remember, like, my experience might be different from your experience, but I could just give you advice of what I did, and maybe it works for you, and maybe it doesn't. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being patient for our video. Love you guys. Bye.